I'm a professional dog trainer specializing in reactivity, and even I had to watch that clip a few times to see what the heck happened. That dog did not show much warning signs whatsoever. And there was one thing that I noticed. So that dog is wearing what appears to be a shock collar, which usually for me, when I see those out and about, it's going to be a red flag that this dog is dealing with some sort of reactivity or aggression issue. So one of the things that positive or force retrainers caution about using shock collars is that because the training is going to rely mostly on punishment, right? So we're suppressing or decreasing behavior through the use of avoiding a painful outcome, right? If I bark and lunge, I'm going to get shocked. Therefore, I bark and lunge less. So what can end up happening, and I think that might be what's happening in this video, is that that dog might have been barking and lunging a month prior, and their threshold was 30 feet, 20 feet, whatever. And because of that suppressing behavior, we started seeing less of that. But all that's actually done is create a dog with very little warning signals, and instead is quite explosive and has this kind of 0 to 60 response, and it's happening very in close proximity to the dog's trigger. So that's where we're getting these dog bit out of nowhere responses. Dogs operate off very simple behavior economics. So there is going to be a point when the dog is, more upset about the trigger than it is wanting to avoid the painful consequence, right? And that's where you get the dog kind of blowing past the threat of the shock collar, especially because, a lot of times with shock collars, we haven't taken the time to train the dog coping skills, desensitization, counter conditioning to the trigger, emotional regulation, things like that would, really come in handy when the dog is feeling overwhelmed. And if you do have a reactive dog and you find yourself in a sticky situation, maybe somewhere where you're having to pass a potential trigger quite closely, some things that I recommend is putting the dog on the opposite side so that you're in between, so you can act as sort of a buffer, and getting some treats out and distracting that dog with treats as you walk past, and then giving them a little jackpot once they're successfully past the trigger. And that's just some management tips, but we do on this page go into more details about reactivity, so make sure you're following.